Welcome everyone, and thank you for attending this very special event. I am pleased to see so many of you to be here today, and I now would like to introduce the chair of our Board of Trustees, John Brissett, who will serve as the formal host for our program. John.
Thank you, Dr. Ashley. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to introduce a great friend of Worcester State University and a great friend of Mass College of Pharmacy, our own Lieutenant Governor, Tim Murray.
It's great to be here to the students from both the Mass College of Pharmacy and Allied Sciences and Worcester State University. It's great to be here on behalf of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the Patrick Murray administration to say congratulations on this partnership that will take place. I've always said that Worcester's economy and central Massachusetts economy in many ways is a microcosm of the state as a whole. And we've historically have shifted from one that was over the last 50 years heavily reliant on manufacturing to one that has transformed itself, that higher education in and of itself is an important industry, employment a sector that is incredibly important in significant pockets of Massachusetts. It's important in every part of Massachusetts because it's higher education that turns out the well-educated, well-trained students that make up our workforce and create that innovation that is so critical to so many of the Massachusetts business sectors and emerging sectors as well. And in so many different levels we see that taking place in areas of healthcare and allied sciences, and this is another step towards strengthening that. Not only are two great institutions partnering up, but in doing so, providing well-educated, well-trained graduates to meet the workforce needs of Massachusetts. And there are few fields that have more opportunity than in healthcare based upon just what's taking place, the research, the development, the care, as well as we do have a little bit of an aging population in Massachusetts as well. So this program will provide both a Bachelor of Science Degree in Community Health Pre-Nursing from Worcester State and Nursing at the Mass College of Pharmacy is a great partnership for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Central Massachusetts. And before I conclude, want to recognize the boards of the respective institutions here at Worcester State University, chaired by John Brissett at Mass College of Pharmacy, a board that has stepped up and time again in meeting the vision that has been laid out by Charlie Monahan, but also President Monahan as well. The other thing that's exciting about this is I remember being on the City Council talking about how do we get college student housing downtown. And this is another example where students taking classes both at Worcester State and Mass College of Pharmacy will be downtown and building that and knitting together our campuses with our downtown, which provides a lot of exciting opportunities as well. So to President Monahan, to President Janelle Ashley, thank you for what you're doing. The Governor and I have made investing in our state colleges and universities a priority. And just the fact that the Governor signed the legislation designating this as one of our universities was an effort to promote the great work that goes on here. And that's the other element about this that I find particularly exciting, is that you're taking a well-known and respected private institution, partnering with a well-known and well-respected public institution, and out of that we are creating a synergy that's not only going to make sure that many of the young people and students in this room are prepared for the needs, but we are also, I think, opening further doors of opportunity and partnership that between these two institutions, but also potentially between others as well. So again, to Janelle and to Charlie, thank you. And to President Ashley, days like today, we know why you're going back to Texas. But thank you for your leadership over almost 10 years here and helping transform and strengthen Worcester State University to the proud institution that we know it is.
Unfortunately, Congressman McGovern could not be here with us today. He's down in Washington doing some great work on behalf of Worcester and the 3rd Congressional District. However, we do have Gladys Rodriguez-Parker here to represent him to say a few words on behalf of the Congress.
So I wanted to do a couple of things. First and foremost, to thank you for inviting the Congressman to be here, and unfortunately he can't. However, he sends his greetings. He is thrilled about this project. He has walked the Mass College of Pharmacy many, many times. He's been on this campus many times. He's a wonderful supporter of both of the institutions, and this marriage couldn't have happened in a better way. I want to say that 40 years ago, I used to go to a little pharmacy store called Monahan's, and it used to be in Plumley Village, which is a housing project. And that's when I met Mr. Monahan a long, long time ago. He is stuck to this community in a way that many others have not. And so I think that Worcester State University and this partnership are in really great hands, because I have seen what has happened. Now, the Mass College of Pharmacy is around the corner from our office, from the Congressman's office, and Mr. Monahan and the Congressman have gone out of their way to make sure that that dream of bringing students downtown, of bringing a little bit of life downtown, etc., is happening. So they are two people that are doing this downtown. And there are two people that are doing it downtown. It is a thrill for us to be working with the students, and it's going to be a thrill for us to be working now with not only the Mass College of Pharmacy students downtown and the Worcester State University. So it's a great marriage. On behalf of Congressman McGovern, congratulations. Our office is at 34 Mechanic Street. It's right on the first floor. It's right around the corner, and I think you may end up, or are already, our landlord. Anyway, so we are thrilled. We're very, very thrilled about this and what it would mean, not just for all of the students, but international students, and giving opportunities to folks who are underrepresented in the areas of math and science. So we have a lot of work to do to reach those communities, but we know that we can. So as an alumni of Worcester State University, along with John Brissett, it is an honor for me to just say a few words on behalf of my boss, the greatest guy in the world, Congressman Jim McGovern. Thank you.
And now it is my pleasure to introduce our state senator, a wonderful friend of this great institution who's been incredibly supportive of everything that we need. When we call her, she's there for us, and Senator Harriet Chandler.
Thank you, John. What a wonderful reason to be here today. This is the best of the best. This is a public-private partnership. This is entrepreneurship. This is bringing together two wonderful institutions and also creating a workforce issue that we very much need in the state. I'm the new Vice Chairman of Public Health, and so I care about this very much. I will be caring about it in the next 2 years, and I'm one of the initiators of something called the Prevention Wellness Caucus, and that's just what you're doing here. You're worrying about the future health, the good health of our Commonwealth, and you're providing us with the workforce that we're going to be able to use very effectively. So thank you both. Thank you for being the innovators and the entrepreneurs that you both are, and for bringing this wonderful project together.
It's now my pleasure, and first congratulate we're lucky to have two great state senators in Worcester. Senator Mike Moore, who has just been named chairman of the Joint Committee on Public Higher Education. So Senator Moore, welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here today for this announcement, especially being recently after my appointment to this committee. I'm looking forward to working with both presidents, President Monahan and President Ashley, during her remainder of her term here. But one of the best parts about this public-private partnership is, if you look at the troubled times we're in right now, one of our greatest assets in Massachusetts is our educational system. That's K through 12 and our higher education system. Our economy depends so much upon you, our students, and our workforce receiving the proper education and skills so that you can thrive and our economy can thrive. If we've seen a slight recovery right now in our economy, if we're going to continue that, we need to find ways to provide you with the education and skills, but at an affordable cost and a quality education. So again, I want to congratulate both presidents and both institutions for the innovation in creating this program and looking to the future. Thank you very much.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce our new state representative from this district, Representative John Mahoney.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm honored to be asked to join this august panel. But, the Lieutenant Governor touched on something, and as someone like yourselves who's been a lifelong Worcester resident, I remember the manufacturing base that I grew up with, and I'm very grateful and pleased that Worcester is at the edge, the leading edge of the innovation and education technologies and institutions. So, these are the things that are going to take us through the next 40, 50 years and beyond. So, for my 4 children, I'm excited about the future of this area, because this is where we need to be, and we're blessed with so many higher educational institutions here in the area. And Worcester State College, University is right in my backyard, right.
On behalf of Worcester State University community, I welcome you all to this historic event for both of our institutions. It is a privilege for me to join President Ashley and President Monahan for the signing of this public-private partnership. I know that President Monahan will be saying a few words about our president and his colleague, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to personally recognize President Monahan, President of the Mass College of Pharmacy and Health and Sciences. A 1962 graduate of MCPHS, he became the institution's 5th president in 1997. Under his leadership, the Boston campus has greatly expanded. A campus in Manchester, New Hampshire opened, and we are delighted he is our neighbor in Worcester. Today, our institutions will sign an agreement that will benefit the students of both institutions of higher education and the greater community. I also like this opportunity to thank both Mary Kay Alexander and Helena Submersion from Worcester State for their support and vision for the future of the students at Worcester State University. And the Mass College of Pharmacy. Thank you, President Monahan and President Ashley. I welcome President Monahan.
This is a great day as we celebrate our partnership between Worcester State University and MCPHS. We have had an articulation agreement with our Doctor of Pharmacy program here in Worcester for over 5 years, and we've had close to 20 Worcester State college students at the time come, and they're in our doctorate, and some of them have graduated already. MCPHS has had nursing since 1984. Worcester State University, 37 years ago in 1974, started the first Bachelor of Science in Nursing by Department Chair Lillian Goodman. So you were the first college at the time to have a Bachelor's in Nursing in Worcester. This year, you're celebrating its 35th graduating class. Worcester State University graduates are leaders in healthcare both regionally and nationally. As a matter of fact, Dean Carol Liliotti is here today, and she's a graduate and also taught here, I believe. Carol, you want to stand and be recognized? And also our students with the white coats and the nursing program are here, and because of that, they're going to get extra credit. The program was affiliated with Monahan Medical Supply early in the 70s when the faculty would send students for their Sprague, Rappaport, stethoscopes, and cuffs. So, we really appreciated that. Our current Worcester program only accepts bachelor students with prerequisites. Now this affiliation agreement will allow students to attend Worcester State University and MCPHS and have a dual degree in community health and bachelor's in nursing. I'd like to thank the Health Science Department Chair and her staff for making this possible. I haven't met her yet. Is she here? Thank you. This is a wonderful parallel to another public-private partnership we have taken in Boston with the Mass College of Art and Design. President Sloan, who's also retiring in June. Gee, I wish I would work for the state. I'm still working. We've had many collaborations. We use their gymnasium. We have a joint bookstore. We have a joint food court, which we're partners in, both financially, and our students right across the street use their food court. And we're currently building a 500-bed student housing on Longwood Avenue together in a partnership. MCPHS MCPHS offers 47 degrees and certificates and has about 5,000 students in the 3 campuses. Worcester State University, I guess, has about 5,000 students and offers about 54 degrees and certificates. MCPHS was founded in 1823 and Worcester State University was founded in 1874, so we both go back a long way. I'd like to recognize Dr. Ashley, who will be retiring this June. Under her leadership, Worcester State has been named Best in the Northeast by the Princeton Review for 7 years in a row. It is the only Massachusetts state college with this distinction. The Worcester State Foundation exceeded the $10 million capital campaign this summer by raising over $12.5 million or better to reach its needs. Many campus improvements have been completed on time in our budget during her tenure. Renovation of the Helen Shaughnessy Building, the Wasteland Residence Hall, Learning Resource Center, and the first state college to build a parking garage. Today we celebrate our partnerships, Worcester's oldest nursing bachelor's program and MCPHS, the newest bachelor's program here in Worcester. And now, when the students come and graduate, on their resumes, their wedding announcements, and their obituaries, they will be able to say that they have a bachelor's in community health from Worcester State University and a bachelor's in nursing from MCPHS. Thank you.
I now would like to introduce Provost Charlie Cohen and Provost George Humphrey from their respective from their schools to say a few words.
Thank you, John. As a public institution, Worcester State University has the responsibilities, as we say in our mission statement, to address the emerging needs of our central Massachusetts community and the career needs of our students. One of the ways that we have done this traditionally is through our excellent healthcare programs in nursing and in community health. The articulation agreement with Massachusetts School of Pharmacy and Health Sciences that we are here today to formalize is the latest example of Worcester State's continuing commitment to educate our graduates to meet the healthcare needs of our region. The demand for nurses for today and tomorrow will require the best education and the most effective use of educational resources possible. And that is where this articulation agreement comes in. It creates an alternative path to a nursing degree using the resources of our 2 partner institutions. In this articulation program, students will come to Worcester State and major in community health. At the completion of 80 credits of coursework at Worcester State, which will include a number of prerequisites in the sciences necessary for a nursing degree, students will transfer to the Accelerated Bachelor of Science in Nursing program at Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. After students have completed 40 credits of specific courses at Mass College of Pharmacy, those credits will transfer back to Worcester State and complete the Bachelor of Science in Community Health at Worcester State. Students in this program then can earn 2 degrees, a BS in Community Health from Worcester State and a BS in Nursing from Mass College of Pharmacy in about 4 years. We are proud that we can work cooperatively with our sister Worcester Consortium School, Mass College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, to make the most effective use of our mutual resources and to help meet the current and future healthcare needs of our community. We look forward to the success of this articulation program. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cullen. I too want to add my congratulations to both institutions. Dean Eliade was mentioned as a graduate of Worcester State. One of our students that's with us today in the nursing program is also a graduate of Worcester State, so she knows very well the benefits and strengths of both institutions. It's been mentioned that this is a tremendous step forward for nursing education. I read a statistic the other day that we'll need about 1 million new nurses by the year 2018 with all of the retirements and expansion of practice that is anticipated between now and then. And this is another exciting pathway, as Charlie mentioned, into this exciting and growing profession that is really the cornerstone of healthcare in the United States. someone graduating with expertise in community health as well as nursing is going to have a powerful leg up on graduates of just generic programs. And we're looking forward to working with this cohort as they come through both Worcester State and MCPHS to shape these very unique careers that are in the making. Our part of it is the nursing practice part of it, and we are so pleased to be in the city of Worcester with its great clinical opportunities, UMass Memorial, St. Vincent's, Fallon, Kennedy, Great Brook Valley, Fairlawn, and many, many others that make this such a rich area for clinical opportunities for students that can allow the expansion of our programs and the education of our students. At MCPHS on the Worcester campus, the nurses are going to be educated alongside pharmacists, physician assistants, physical therapists, and soon we hope optometrists. So we have a small University of Health Sciences right in downtown Worcester that nursing will be part of that team, those team of disciplines. So it's a unique academic environment, and as I say, we're very excited about joining with Worcester State to make this an even more unique program. Thanks very much.
And now I'd like President Ashley and President Monahan to please take their respective seats. And if we could have our guests come on up and stand behind them. Dr. Smerjian, would you like to come up and stand with us too? Come on.
Thank you for that spirit.
You're always a doctor to me. Whenever you're ready, sign away. Bet it wasn't a big check. That's later. Congratulations, everyone.